It's really weird how disappointed you are by the lack of realism in this movie. You saw the trailer, right? You know it's about a talking bear, right? Did you actually think Obi-Wan was in this movie? What's up, you guys? Welcome to Boss Level 8, where we make fun of movie critics. We watched Christopher Robin, the new Winnie the Pooh movie, and right now on Rotten Tomatoes, critics are giving it a 68%. Meanwhile, the audience is pretty much loving it, giving it a 92%. So we're gonna take a look at one of the critics' reviews who clearly didn't like it, Eric D. Snyder, and we're gonna see exactly what made this movie so bad according to him. We're reading this together for the first time, and then we're just gonna make fun of him. Why not? Disney's Christopher Robin is not a biography of Christopher Robin Milne, the boy featured in his father A.A.'s Winnie the Pooh books. There was a movie last year, Goodbye Christopher Robin, that told the story more or less. I feel like it's pretty obvious from the trailer because there's a talking bear. I seriously doubt it was a biography, you know, considering there was a talking bear. And not like Teddy Ruxpin creepy talking, like actually talking and alive. Not biographical, no. This Disney version pretends we don't know anything about the real Christopher Robin and tells a fictional story about the fictional boy in the books who played with Pooh, Tigger, and the rest as a child, then grew up and forgot about them because he's too busy working and needs to be reminded of what's really important. You might even call it fiction, because it's fiction, based on fiction, which was somewhat based on non-fiction. But pretty much still fiction. It shouldn't be real. It's a Disney movie. It's imaginary. It's imagination. The people who make anything at Disney are called Imagineers. That should clue you in as to what you're watching. Savvy readers may recognize this as the Hook formula, and I knew that was coming. It's plainly obvious. The Hook formula. We get it. It's similar to Hook. Is there something wrong with that? We love Hook. Lots of people love Hook. You make another version of Hook that people can also attach themselves to. Is that bad? There's lots of things that we love that we have different versions of. There's people obsessed with cars. They have 14 of them, 20 of them. Entire fucking airport hangars filled with cars. They're all just cars. Oh, they're following the same formula, man. 4 wheels and an engine and a body. It's pretty bullshit, man.
Cover bands.
Well, cover bands are bullshit. People would rather see the original band, though. Rendered in basic, gentle tones, deprived of any personality except in the form of Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh has kind of... Actually, all of the characters from the 100 Acre Wood have very, very focused, specific personalities. It's not even like complex personalities. It's like, I am this. And that's it. It's actually like an individual part of a personality that could be in any one of us. So that's kind of funny that you point out that one personality type. Maybe you just, you know, connect with Winnie the Pooh more, or you're just always hungry. Our grown-up Christopher, played by Ewan McGregor, is a busy manager at a luggage manufacturer in post-war London who's called to work one weekend. Yeah, that's a really light-hearted way to put that. Or you could watch the movie and actually point out the fact that he's an efficiency expert and he's supposed to basically make it so that the company can cut 20% or he has to let go a shit ton of people. That's a more accurate description of what was going on. Not like, some guy's a job and, you know, he might have to work on the weekend. Put in a little extra time so the boss is happy or whatever. It's a pretty casual way of putting it. The very weekend, he's supposed to accompany his wife, Hayley Atwell, and young daughter, Bronte Carmichael, to the family's country cottage. This means Christopher is a workaholic who does this all the time, so he will need a visit from his childhood friends to slap some sense into him. Fair enough. Pretty straightforward, considering this is for children. Now you know that the real Christopher Robin Milne grew up famous as the boy in the books and that he had complicated feelings about his notoriety. You also might know that this isn't a biography as we established earlier in this video. And if you're gonna keep pointing out the person's life, it's called Christopher Robin, not Christopher Robin Milne. It's not about him. Again, it is assumed that the audience is unaware of any real Christopher Robin. Not unaware, we don't give a shit. We don't care. This is about the morals and the story and the characters, the complex emotions that are inside of every one of us, understanding the most important things in life are love, relationships, friendships, and things like that. Did you never read a book when you were a child? You might not have. Did someone read to you? Maybe that didn't happen either. Pictures? Anything? Anyway, Pooh appears in London and takes Christopher back to the 100 Acre Wood, which is in Sussex. That's about the only true detail left intact. And we were sore disappointed. No, we weren't. Winnie the Pooh is funny. So is Eeyore. A lot of stuff happened. Tigger bounced. Who cares? Christopher is surprised that Pooh can teleport, but not that he can talk. It's really weird how disappointed you are by the lack of realism in this movie. You saw the trailer, right? You know it's about a talking bear, right? No? Did you actually think Obi-Wan was in this movie? Is that what you were expecting? Like, oh, you know, if you're not gonna be Christopher Robin Milne, you might as well be Obi-Wan. And like, since Disney's making this shit anyway, I think you took that doing nothing thing really to heart. He always knew his stuffed animals were alive, though he's also aware that this will seem crazy to other people and asks Pooh to play nap time when they're bustling through London to the train station. Why isn't this funnier? Because you've lost all sense of childhood wonder. Or was that rhetorical? He reunites with the rest of the gang in the woods and regains their trust by defeating a heffalump, i.e. by using his imagination. Though not before getting angry with Pooh for being Pooh and yelling about how his life will be ruined if he loses even one sheet of the important papers in his briefcase. It's weird because every time you talk about the plot, it seems like you understand it, but then the next sentence you say seems like you totally didn't understand it. So let's move to the next sentence and find out what you didn't understand. I feel like I'm hosting a fucking children's show right now. There's a lot of simple, on-the-nose dialogue like that, summarizing things in black and white terms so even the youngest viewers will know the stakes. Yes. Yes, youngest viewers, yes. You're understanding. Are you understanding? I feel like you're not understanding. That sounded sarcastic. You're not understanding. It's children's stories. Youngest viewers, for sure. When we watched this, there were little kids laughing at things. And it was cute and fun. You know, for kids. Children kids. Little children kids. I feel like if I say it more in a row, like maybe you'll understand what a child is. The screenplay, full of empty platitudes, consistently takes the easiest route. At first I thought nobody had put any effort into writing it, but soon I realized it was the opposite problem. People did put effort into writing it. That's the only opposite, I guess, is that they did. There are 3 credited writers who all worked separately from each other, plus 2 more people credited with the story. This thing was created by committee, no doubt watered down and over-fussed with by image-conscious Disney execs. That's what you felt watching this? That's really, really odd. In fact, I would assume that Winnie the Pooh is such a popular character and that this is such a beloved story that a lot of people probably wanted to be involved, and Disney probably didn't want it fucked up. That would be my guess as to why so many people were actually involved in the screenplay and the story. And if you felt like this was just executive BS while you were watching it, you were clearly not in the theater we were in, because everyone around us was laughing, smiling, tearing up. It was emotional. I am very, very concerned about you. I don't even know you, but I'm concerned. Look at my face. Look at the concern on my face. Then it's sleepily directed by Marc Forster, which is impressive because directing while you're sleeping is really, really difficult, except for when you're on Ambien. You can direct on Ambien and also sleep eat. So he gained weight and made a movie. Thanks, Ambien. Thank you. Apparently Ambien can also make you racist and get you canceled if you have your own television show. Ambien has a lot of control of things. Ambien's like the Disney of drugs. Thank you! Who has done this before? Finding Neverland. Yes, Marc Forster made Finding Neverland. Another movie that we knew you were gonna bring up. Another movie that people actually like. Just like Hook. Why can't we enjoy things that are similar? We're allowed. Yielding a quasi-heartwarming, family-friendly fantasy with only the bare minimum of whimsy. Well, I gotta point out, first off, nice use of alliteration. And secondly, wow, you are wrong. So wrong about this movie. It'd be harder to be more wrong. If you were like, hey, why wasn't the alien queen in this? Maybe then you can be as wrong as you just were. That's insanity. Although I do want to see that movie, and with the whole Fox thing, the alien queen is technically now a Disney princess. But you're gonna see that movie too and get all pissed off that it wasn't biographical or realistic. How come that thing can teleport and not talk? I don't know. Did you guys see Christopher Robin? Did you like it? I personally thought it was Disney magic. I thought it was emotional and fun and cute. I heard kids laughing around me, and they weren't laughing at me, which was really nice. They were laughing at the things going on in the movie. If you did see it, let us know what you thought. Let us know what you think of this critic's review. If you've never been here before, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you can get notified every single time we have a video. And you can click one of the ones on the screen right now to see another video. Do it. I'll wait. Till we see you next time, geek out and game on.